Let's talk about dog gear in my 2025 Ford Transit mid-roof 148. I have two Vario Cage single maxes in the back. I like to keep the front of the crate relatively clear except for what emergency responders might need to know and to have a slip lead for them. This sign tells someone how they can remove the entire crate with a dog in it. I had it done at Vistaprint. This photo ID has a QR code on the back that can be scanned for care instructions that are stored on my Google Drive. For more information on anything in this video, see the links below. All of my dogs are muzzle trained, and so I have these Baskerville muzzles in case a dog should need to be muzzled if they're injured and need to be treated. The emergency tube has the same info that's in the Google Doc. It's just a paper version, and I have a name tag with each dog's name so they know who's in the crate. I have each dog's rabies certificate printed and tucked in a 4x6 magnetic photo sleeve so that mostly I don't forget where I put it. And then one small special thing about each dog. The yellow thing is just a magnetic clip that I can attach things to. Mostly I just use it for flat ribbons. Each crate has a Govee temperature monitor on it so that I can keep track of how things feel in each crate since I don't have air conditioning in the back. And then on this crate I have a housing to fit the pet tutor treat dispensing device if I'm training a dog. Now let's have a look inside the crates. I absolutely love these medical grade fleece beds that wick moisture and don't retain heat. I added this bumper so that the water bucket doesn't rattle. It's actually pipe insulation foam tubes that are pre-slit and self-adhesive. I just cut one in half long ways and attached it to the crate. These bucket hooks snap directly onto the Vario Cage bars and hold the water bucket in place nicely. And then I installed these magnetic interior lights. They're rechargeable, just so I can see inside in the evening if I'm out with the dogs. Obviously, if you have a dog who likes to remove those things, probably not a good thing to have them inside. After reading so many posts about people losing the keys to their Vario cages, I decided to keep mine labeled and hung close to the crate so I can find it. I found this nifty magnetic poop bag holder so that I can find my poop bags instead of digging through all my stuff. And this Kurgo Tailgate dumpster has come in handy many times when I need to take my dog poop with me. Just make sure that you have some metal that it'll actually stick to. Now let's have a look at the door panels. I added tags so I could remember what I put where. And the stuff on the bottom is what I use most. The stuff I use least is what's on top. I like that I have loops that I can hang things from. These paper product holders protect what's inside from the weather. I have them attached with magnets covered in little paws boots so the doors don't get scratched. And I like having these terry cloth towels for various reasons. They're on a roll. We'll talk about these covers in just a bit. This is my emergency kit that you normally would have if you have a road hazard. And I love this Keepa clip for my slip leads. I've used it in so many different ways. It's a super strong magnet, actually 2 super strong magnets, and it holds a great amount of weight. But I mostly just use it for my slip leads. Let's see what's on the other side. So I have this compartment down here where I keep their safety collars. We'll talk about those in just a little bit. I have regular paper towels in this holder. The floor covers are what I would put underneath crates at indoor events to protect the floor. And then I have this magnetic sign that I'll talk about in just a bit. So this is where I keep my safety collars. I have these orange snoods that have bear bells attached for my dogs to wear when we're walking in the woods. And then I have these LED collars for nighttime when we're out and about, and they change colors. You just have to push the button. You can sort of see it in the daylight if you look really closely. I'm not sure I'll ever use this no dogs inside magnet, mostly because my dogs are with me when I'm using this vehicle, but it's useful to have, I think. I found this hanging fruit basket to hold their toys. It just hangs from a magnet that's attached to the van. These Velcro storage pouches are nifty to store things in. The back is a big piece of Velcro and they just attach. These are wet wipes for me. And then I have wet wipes for the dogs. Because they're detachable, they can be hung vertically or horizontally. So I have some Nature's Miracle here, plus some sunscreen and bug spray. And then I have a small blanket for each dog and this dorm fridge where I can store treats that need to be refrigerated if I need to. I love my magnetic bug screens. Really, I installed them just so that my dogs have some privacy, or I suppose I could have some privacy too. The ones in the rear can zipper shut if I need them to. The panels are hung and secured by strong sewn-in magnets. And then there are also magnets at the bottom that could attach to, I suppose, the back of the van, to the Vario cage. If my dogs need even more privacy, I have the shower cover that will block views from the inside as well as the outside. It comes with magnets attached to the cord as well as magnets sewn on the inside of the curtain. The cord length is adjustable so that it can be hung further at the back of the door for even more airflow or someplace else to protect from the weather. Here I've attached it to the back of the doors further from the crates. It also comes with 2 additional panels, which I can use directly on the Vario cages to block a dog's view. It has the same sewn-in magnets that the big panel does. And then if I need to keep my doors open when it's raining, I bought these clear shower liners to cover the door panels. They don't come with magnets. I had to use my own magnets to get them to stick. This is a Twistep made by Heininger. This is how my dogs get into and out of their crates in the back. But wait, there's more. Let's have a look inside the side of the van. I've added a little something to the inside of the Vario Cage Double Max here, and then we can talk about my first aid equipment for the dogs. I have a camera on my dashboard so that I can see into this crate. The problem is that since I don't have windows, it's dark. So I installed these dome lights. They're battery operated. Again, if your dog's going to get at them, then don't put them in there. But you can see how nicely they illuminate the crate, and here's what it looks like in the camera. Alright, my first aid kit. I have this back seat storage organizer to keep everything in. I have long nose pliers. I have rechargeable fur clippers for trimming. I have a Leatherman because everybody needs a Leatherman. Here's some eye wash. Never mind the thing that fell, that needs to go in my training bag. I have some hydrogen peroxide spray. And then I have a comfy cone and a bloat kit. This headrest storage is separate. It has the same Velcro pouches that can be detached. I have bandages and Band-Aids in those. I have slip leads. On the left there in the pouch I have some iodine and some antiseptic spray. The red bag on the left has a carry sling in it, and then you can see the other things that are labeled. This medication bag gets brought into the house when I'm not traveling, so that the medications don't get altered by heat or cold. Inside, I have some over-the-counter medications and supplements with the expiration dates listed inside. Each of those goes in that bigger pouch behind them. And then I have the bloat paste from the bloat kit. I have some bio sponge for tummy troubles. I have some peanut butter for pilling. I have this moldable splint, some activated charcoal, and some goat's milk. And then finally, just because I had room for it, I got this toddler's cot from a daycare that can be used as a gurney for a dog.